Hello everyone and welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss the lab of the VLANs in NAT mode. So what we are going to do basically. So this FortiGate Firewall is basically acting in NAT mode. NAT mode is like you can say it's like acting as an L3 router. Okay, it's acting as an L3 device. So what we are going to do, we are going to create sub-interfaces over here for VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and accordingly we will allow the communication for this VLAN users, inter-VLAN routing as well as the intra-VLAN routing. So let's get started. So basically I will show you the switch configuration first. I think I have done it earlier, but then also let's check. You guys can see I have done the configuration on the ports. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just do the firewall configuration. I'll bypass this node as well, this node as well, this node as well, and this node as well. Okay. Now let's configure the interfaces first. Now what I'll do, I will create an interface because here we are not going to define any IP address. Okay, from the physical interface, we are going to create sub interfaces. So this is VLAN 10. Now interface will be port 2. What is the VLAN ID? It will be 10. IP will be 1.1/24. HTTPS ping, and this will be a DHCP server, so that the users from VLAN 10 will get IP address. Similarly, VLAN 20. Now interface will be port 2. Now DHCP server. Now this the virtual interface sub interfaces are created. Now I'll give the static routes. Sorry, port 1. Okay, I know my gateway. It's 192.168.0.1. Now I'll create the firewall policies. VLAN 10 to WAN, VLAN 10 and WAN. Port 1 is WAN. Now source will be, you can define VLAN 10 address. Destination will be all. Similarly service all, and NAT should be enabled. All sessions. Okay. Similarly I will create for VLAN 20 to WAN. Incoming interface will be VLAN 20. WAN source will be VLAN 20. Now we have defined the LAN to WAN communication. Okay. Now we will do the testing if it is working or not. IP DHCP. You guys can see this user is getting IP from 10.1.1/0/24 subnet. Okay. Now I will try to ping the gateway. I will try to ping the internet. See, it's working. But it will not communicate with this user. I will show you why. The user which is in VLAN 20. I will try to ping the internet. Now, we have done the intra-VLAN, like intra-VLAN within the subnet. We have not done the inter-VLAN routing. Like if this was a router, then it would have allowed. But remember, this is a firewall. It will by default not allow communication between two interfaces, whether it is a virtual interface or physical interface. I'll show you. I'll try to ping the. It will not allow. So what I have to do, I have to configure the inter-VLAN firewall policy. So VLAN 10 to 20. Incoming interface will be 10, 20. Source will be 10. Destination will be 10. All. Near NATing is not required. Click on OK. Now if you try, it will ping. Similarly, I will try to ping the other user. Okay. But from this user, if I try to ping the VLAN 10 user, it will not work, but then also let's check. Because we have not created the firewall policy from VLAN 20 to VLAN 10. So let's create it. So what we can do, yeah, I'll just clone this one. VLAN 20 to 10. Similarly, you guys can see enable this policy, how it will work. Okay, so this is how a firewall works in, like a VLAN works in NAT mode. Okay, so this was the purpose of this video. Like I want to tell you how VLANs will work in a NAT mode, like as an L3 device, how they will work. That's what I wanted to show. What we have done, we have created physical interface like our virtual interfaces. After that, we have given the DHCP scope over there. We have created the intra-VLAN and inter-VLAN firewall policies. We have given a static route. Okay, and that's all. So that's how you can deploy a FortiGate on in your company. Okay, if you are having a requirement from your customer that we want some users in VLAN 10 and 20, so you have to think in this way and you have to deploy the FortiGate in your network. But the configuration on switch is also important. You guys can see layer 2 VLAN should be present. Uplink port should be the trunk port. Access port should be in that specific VLAN. Okay, make sure that configuration is also not missed. And that's all. So guys, thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for the upcoming video.